And, you know, Petey's found a really good balance with making workouts fun with his kids, and he's always able to incorporate his kids into something. You see Pete somewhere, especially during COVID, he used to bring Mace and Carter to the shop all the time. We'd hang out, we'd have lunch. There wasn't much going on. Yeah. But for me, it's tough. Max loves coming to work with me, but it's different when he's there.
It's different.
He wants to be in the trucks. I'm working.
Right.
So it's almost like Emily, or he's hanging out in the back with Ian, who's my diesel tech, and he loves the trucks. It's like somebody's babysitting him. And I'm not connected with my kid there, but I've made a conscious effort for a long time. When I come home from work, I cook dinner. It's where I find peace, and it helps me come down and decompress from work. But I now cook dinner. My wife bought kid-safe knives. We got cutting boards for the kids. They help me do all the prep work before dinner. Yeah. So we put on music. Usually it's Alan Longo. My kids love his music. It's kind of kid-friendly and edgy, but it's fun. We do prep work. I'm chopping an onion, whatever. I've said it before. It's like serene. And there's no stress. I'm connected with my kid, but what's the worst case that happens? I burn something and we're ordering pizza. Like, I'm good with that. Like, I'm good with that level of stress because my kids love it. Yeah. So, for me, that's the most important part of my day, just to decompress, to be with my kids. Yeah. But it's only a half hour, because when we're done, I'm back on the phone. Yeah. It's fucked up.
Yeah, I'm the same way. You know, my wife and I have come into a really, really good dynamic where my wife drops the kids off at school. My kids go to school 3 days a week. My wife drops them off in the morning. I have pickup time. So in between the hours of, let's say, 3:30 and 6 o'clock, that's my time with my kids. But again, everybody is constantly reaching out to me, and if I don't answer, somebody feels some type of way, because we live in a society now. Everybody wants it immediate. So whether it's a DM on Instagram about a customer asking a question, or a consignor pinging us in Discord, everybody wants that immediate answer and immediate satisfaction. So I find myself coming home. I have 2 phones.
Notice that.
I have 2 kids. So daddy comes home, both my kids want my phone. So daddy gives them the phone. But then that's not really my time to hang out with the kids. Right. And that's the biggest thing I'm struggling to overcome now, is my wife does a great job. My wife makes cookies. She plays dress up with my daughters. That's something that I never grew up with. I didn't have any brothers or sisters. So, you know, to have 2 girls, now I got to find my own thing. That's daddy's time. So my one daughter likes to play Dr. Kit with me. And my other daughter, she dresses me up like Elsa. Yeah, I get dressed up like Elsa.
So do I, though.
Like,
so do I.
That's my thing with my oldest. So that's one of the things, too. You know, you have to find an even balance. And especially my wife. You know, we don't really get to spend us time much anymore. And that...
A lot of times in my house, anytime that my wife and I do get a chance to just have a regular conversation outside of, like, are you making lunch, doing this, doing that, we get interrupted. I got 3 kids. So it's like we get into talking. Now we're talking over each other. Now I'm like, she's talking. I'm locked in with one of my kids, like, what do you want? As she's in, like, the background. And, like, yeah, it's tough, man. But it's not going to be like this forever, like we were saying before.
Yeah, but for me, the hard part is, like, I'm focusing on what Max has to say. Well, I'm trying to understand what Mary's saying. And now I've heard Max, and now I got to ask Mary to repeat herself.
Yeah.
And this will happen
the ladies
4
don't
times.
like that either.
No. And it's, like, and I get her frustration.
Me too.
Because, like, all right, I'm not the easiest, but you understand who you married, and I've always been pretty much the same. I'm on my phone all the time. Like, before kids, I'm working. That's what it is. I've tried to get better at that, but, like, I listen to you. I try to multitask as best as possible. But, like, yeah, I have to listen more. You know, you married somebody who's, like, a little scattered. But, like, if I ask you to repeat yourself twice and I'm talking to our kid, don't get mad about it.
Right.
Like, it's our kid. Like, I'm not going to tell him to shut up so I can talk to you. He's 6. He needs me more than you. You're 40. Like, we got things. We got time to talk.